love that. How
What a
nice.
great crowd.
Really? Hi. Hi. I'm Linda Dano.
And I'm Dee Kelly. Welcome to Attitudes. We have a great show, another one. They just keep getting better and better with the audiences.
Robin Leach is back. He's such a favorite of ours. Robin is such a crazy woman.
Didn't you do his show? Didn't they do lifestyles, or aren't you doing it or something?
I've done a couple of them.
You have to take them to Connecticut.
I did take them to Connecticut.
Already?
I did a runaway with Robin where we went to Connecticut.
With the new house?
No, I haven't done the new house. There's talk of that.
You have to do it.
We're going to do the house and then do the family and the history of the house in England.
That's really interesting.
It'll be interesting, yeah.
And then something else that's interesting. This lady, everyone loves, a crowd pleaser, Sonya Hamlin, our communications expert.
Yeah. I love it.
And Linda, you have one of your pet peeves on today.
Now, you know we love to find new and different and exciting things for all of you, right?
And that's what's so wonderful about working at Attitudes. We come across all of the greatest stuff.
Well, we both actually love this one. You know those 900 numbers that you can call for all kinds of information, almost anything you want, right?
Well, this is one you can call for weather reports all over the world.
And some of them are even out of this world. This is what we heard when we called. Now listen.
Current time on the moon, as recorded at the Kennedy Space Center, is 4:33 p.m. The current temperature is 264, and it is sunny. The relative humidity is 0%. Winds are calm. Tonight's AccuWeather forecast, earthlit skies and very cold with a low temperature of -272. Tomorrow's forecast, sunny and very hot with a high of 265.
Is that great?
Of -276. Entry requirements for the moon. A working spacesuit and air supply are required. The maximum stay for visitors is 9 days. Tipping is not practiced on the moon. While there is no electricity on the moon, there is abundant solar energy during lunar daylight. For emergency assistance on the moon, contact the nearest Apollo landing craft.
You know, we're laughing. We're laughing about this.
Yeah.
How far into the future, in the very near future, we will actually be calling?
Well, I'm sure Robin will want this information.
Yes.
You know, I think it's probably the only place he's not been.
Pretty soon he'll be there. But if you want more details about this, we'll just tell you how to do it later on in the show.
We can't wait to chat with our first guest again. He's not only the world's best connoisseur of lifestyles of the rich and the famous.
He's also one of the world's best-known television personalities. Today we're going to hear about his latest travels around the globe for the rich and famous 1990 World's Best Special.
Take a look.
In our eternal quest to refine and define life's ultimate pleasures, Challenge Springs Eternal, the never-ending search for the world's best, is propelled by the need to cap every achievement, to always go one better. This is the indomitable spirit that inspires our once-a-year salute to the very finest from the four corners of the earth.
Oh, please welcome the one and only Robin Leach.
What is this?
You know,
Is this a fashion statement?
Yes, it is.
Shorts and the skirt.
Shorts and a skirt. This is the new
It's
thing.
Italian. In case you can't decide, see, you
Linda's
can wear
always
both.
talking about
cover
the
both.
Italian
That's
designer.
it.
That's right.
What about your shoes this time? Last time
No,
they were
everything's
falling
right. And I specifically wore these because they came from the same store and everything as well. Do you know they watch Attitudes, and they called up the day that I complained about my bad shoe. Yes, when it aired, and they sent me the replacement pair free of charge, so I decided to wear them.
Now, did you get a less tacky wallet than the last time?
Should we tell them what we're talking about?
Yeah.
The last time Robin was on the show, we played a little trick on him. We had heard that he had bought a new pair of shoes, and they had come apart. So that's what he's talking about now. Brand new shoes.
The day of.
The day of the show. And then also, Linda surprised him by asking him to see what was in his wallet, because we wanted to see how much money and what he carried being with the rich and famous.
There wasn't much, let me tell you.
And the moth just flew out
Yeah, we were shocked.
But today, if you did that, it's completely different.
Really?
Because I just got back from travels and I haven't put the checks back in the bank yet. So, you know, if you would ask me today, there's a good $1,500 sitting lurking in there.
Better.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about your new special.
I will do once. I have to ask a question. Yeah. I now know where Ronald Reagan went for a job after he left the White House.
Where?
That man sounded exactly like Ronald Reagan, didn't it?
On the weather report.
That's amazing. I want to know what lights the moon up at night.
I don't know.
If you want to go for a moonlight stroll at night on the moon, what do you do? What do you go for?
A flashlight, I guess.
I mean, it's definitely worth pondering.
I think you should take it as your own personal cause.
Tonight on the moon! I don't know. I mean, it's just very strange.
We'll have to get our producers to find out about it.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
But that's got to be a joke. That's not serious.
That is a joke.
It is a joke.
A lot of
fun.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I was worried there for a moment.
No, that they
Well,
beat
Willard
you.
Scott had a new job.
Well, your special isn't a joke. It's a fabulously
Great
successful.
segue,
Yeah,
dude.
she did that well.
Nice.
She did that well.
Are these your shoulder pads?
My, hasn't she changed from day one of joining this? Once upon a time, a lowly little jazz singer, and now taken America by storm.
With shoulder pads.
It's wonderful. I love it. Good for you.
Thanks.
Nobody knows what we're talking about, but that's quite all right. Yes, you know, every year we do this 2-hour television special called The World's Best, and we track down and count down the 10 best of everything. And it's nice to tell you that although the hotels and the service establishments in the Far East, in Asia, are really the ones that keep on getting the winning votes from everybody.
They do.
You know, because you get room service within 30 seconds at a hotel in Bangkok. Within 30 seconds. Here you wait up to an hour. When you go on vacation, you'll wait up to an hour. There, they have two little men, you know, with kitchens on the same floor that you're staying with. You know, laundry over there comes back wrapped in pink ribbons and blue ribbons, and over here it's thrown at you 3 days later. No, it's not quite as bad as that, but things are improving in America, and we report that, and we report that with joy and glee.
How do you determine the 10 best? I've always been curious. Is there really 10 best, and then there are people?
You know, yeah, it's subjective, of course, because what one person loves.
How many do you think there would be if you could count all of them, not just 10?
I would say there's probably in the world up to 300 fine quality places to go to, but you have to narrow it down to... My vote, for instance, for a number of them, I voted for places in the number 3 slot, but the more people voted went into number 1, and vice versa. So it's all evened out between literally about 400 travelers and experts in the know. So that's how it all gets put together. And this year we have Christopher Hewitt from Mr. Belvedere and Emma Sams and Christian Alfonso doing all of the journeying around the world to find the best with me.
What a tough job, huh?
It's really tough. And you know, we did it all from the Bel Air Hotel, which was America's finest hotel, and the Japanese just bought it for, unfortunately, $1 million a room. And there's 110 rooms, so they bought America's number one. That's
$110
million, yes, that wonderful hotel. They're owning everything.
How do you buy a hotel for 110? How long must you have it to
you
get in?
You just write out a check. It's quite simple.
But I mean, how do you... Oh, you got me, you did.
Well, you asked the question.
How does it become, like, successful? How long can that take?
Well, they'll never get their money out of it.
Never.
I don't
Why do
think
they do
will,
it
but
then?
I think, you know, the Japanese way of doing economics is completely different to America, where we want the profit tomorrow. I think they want the profit in the year 2080.
Amazing.
But no, you can never realize that unless they have something afoot, like selling memberships in the hotel or something, you know, besides turning it into a country club. But that's an all-time record for an American hotel to trade at that price.
Have you written a book yet about all the things that
No, but I would love to spend nights with you writing it. Please, come and
First,
be careful.
Only if you can cook. And coming up next, Robin cooks up some rich and famous recipes, so stay tuned.
We'll be right back.